interesting message, and I mean it to be considerate. I mean it to be lovely to everybody who's growing a business, but I'm also here to disrupt this conversation that growing a business is so hard. And so, yes, it is. It's hard. It's got pieces that are hard. But you know what's really hard is when we get stuck, often we feel like somebody's letting us down. And whenever we have these feelings that somebody's letting us down, you're probably right. Somebody probably is letting you down, and you're probably letting somebody else down at the same time. And my point in sharing that with you is that so often we get ourselves in this conversation inside of our heads. At least I'll just speak for myself. It took me a long time to unhook from this idea of frustration, this emotion of frustration. And I promise you, this whole live is not going to be on that, but it's important starting gate, because I got a message from someone that was just challenged because they had hired a virtual assistant, and they invested in a coach, and they invested in a virtual assistant, and they'd spent like thousands of dollars at this point, and they felt like that they were left, without knowing all the information, not knowing how many hours the virtual assistant worked, and I'm not giving you all the story because it really doesn't matter. The point of the story is that whenever you feel like somebody owes you something, like somebody else should show up differently, you need to stop and look in the mirror and realize, how are you leading it? Right? I had another person literally a couple days ago message me, and they felt like they just have never really landed on a good coach. And it's like, listen, I can have the shittiest coach on the planet and still get what I need from them. How? Like, how is that even possible? Because I think about what am I trying to create, and where is this person strong? So, I have a leadership program, and one of the funniest things on the planet is when I have a controlling personality and they'll say things. I'm giving you 3 examples right now, and hopefully one of them lands. So I'll have a controlling person they'll say, I feel like my coach isn't strong enough for me. It's like, well, yeah, no crap. You don't actually need somebody strong. You actually need somebody who understands how to get you into patience and get you into deep intimacy, so you stop being in rushed energy and you actually plan things out so that you can go all in. I mean, a lot of controllers, you think that because you get everything done, and because you work hard, and because you somehow pull it off most of the time, or it didn't get pulled off because there wasn't enough people to support you, or people just don't do what they say they're going to do. There's the somebody's letting me down thing again. And what happens is that you can always trace it back. And by the way, I have another person in my leadership program in the rushed energy to get things completed last minute. And so when you start to break open these patterns, you realize that you really can lead things differently. You really can look at, where do you want to go? And instead of being stuck in a battle of you're not getting what you need, or somebody's not strong enough, or somebody needs to keep their hours for you and report them back to you, none of that stuff happens unless you lead it. So here's what I say to my team. I need what's called prompts. So when I'm leading a campaign or I'm doing something, I need somebody to send me a message, a text message actually, to send me a text message, not an email, and send me a text message with an update at the beginning of the day and then at 12 noon. If I have that, I will hit my numbers, I'll hit my commitments, and I don't get busy being distracted on other things. So the point of this live today, this Coach with Shanda live, is to unhook you from the facade, from the struggle, from the complacency, from the blame, from the idea that you need something else to be successful. You don't. You must learn how to lead. First of all, your follow through, your accountability. So if you need accountability, which we all do, what have you built into your life for it? If you need a coach, well, okay, so then you need to build the income for it if you don't have it. You got to build it. And so you have to build your leadership. You have to build your communication. You have to tell people what you need. And by the way, this is not intuitive. I spent so many years slamming my head against the wall, feeling really frustrated, because I felt like everybody from my boyfriends to my virtual assistants to my friends to my family, I felt everybody was letting me down. And the truth is that is such a, first of all, lazy approach to life. And I, sorry if that insulted somebody, but it really is a lazy approach to life because even though it's harder to live that way, it's much easier to sit there and point the finger that it's somebody else. But a true leader realizes that if we set people up to win around us, in other words, tell them exactly what we need if they're on our team, tell them exactly how to love you well and you love them well, then what happens is you can actually build a team of support, build cash flow, build a great sales team, build a great fulfillment team, build a great virtual assistant, social media team, build writers into your company so that you can do content to your email list 5 or 7 times a week. Everything you're lacking and everything you feel like you're frustrated about is just because you haven't looked at who do I need? How do I lead them? How do I tell them what I need in order to do my job better? And building the infrastructure of what you're trying to create. So I'm hoping that I'm maybe, is this at all percolating a light bulb moment? Like, put light bulb or light, put the word light in the comments right now. Put the word light, like a light. If you're kind of having an aha moment, like realizing that maybe you've been going weeks, months, or even years being frustrated or even building a story of defeat around the fact that there's no good men out there, no good women out there, or business is hard to build, or, I suck at social media, or people just don't engage, or I need to be better at this. And you've built this whole story that you're basically walking your self-fulfilling prophecy. And so I'm just going to encourage you to realize that that can all change today. I wouldn't recommend you tackle every moment of it, but you tackle one belief or one habit at a time. So if I want to write a book, then I make the book my priority. I can write a book in 4 months, and I've got to spend 2 hours a week actually working with accountability partner who literally I can speak my book to them, and then they can edit it and bring it back to me, which also means that I need to spend about 30 to 45 minutes pre-meeting 2 times a week to be able to prep for 2 chapters a meeting. So in other words, I'll write 4 chapters in a week and I can be completely done in 4 months. Now, that came from a goal. I had a goal to write a book before I gave birth to my son. And I had to go, what's the ultimate goal? And what am I going to need to do? How many chapters are in a book? And what do I need to do to be able to prepare to hit my deadline? I needed to write 4 chapters a week. Now, I wasn't perfect on 4 chapters every single week, but out of the 4 months, I think I dropped it maybe 3 meetings where I only did 1 chapter versus 2. Now imagine if I wouldn't have built in accountability, wouldn't have built in a plan, or would have built in a schedule, and the schedule connects to success. And so I'm going to tell you that if you're not reaching the numbers you want, you're not making the income you want, you don't have even the relationships that you want, I guarantee you I can go back and say that the way that you are leading it is not set up on a schedule. There's some aha moments here. You're getting an aha moment, but your schedule has to mirror the success that you want to create. So now you go back to this conversation of like, well, I don't know what the schedule is. That is just a commitment not to try. It is time to have courage, my friends. Courage is the only thing that's going to bring wisdom. And wisdom is going to actually come from you falling on your face quicker. This is why money loves speed. Now, if you fall on your face and you blame somebody else or somebody else has let you down, then the truth is that you are going to be absolutely right about why you have the failures in your life. And as long as you stand there, you will never create a movement. Nobody will follow you to great extents. You will never have customers or clients that will stick with you through the long run. Even as a coach, there's years that my clients have explosive results. There's other years that my clients just maintain. And it's not about me, it's actually about them. But it would be really easy for them to blame it on me or blame it on the coaching or blame it. But that's like, I love being the celebrity when they're succeeding. But the truth is that's them too, taking the coaching, demanding for more, being more clear about what they want to create, looking at their quarterly goals, filling them out. I actually, as a coach and a mentor, have no real effect on the speed in which my clients create success. They have all that power. They have all that power. I have the wisdom. The coaching team has the wisdom to take them up to an 8-figure company. They drive the speed. And so I share this with you because your schedule equals your actual success. Your schedule is what actually determines whether or not your success is coming, and it's actually quite predictable. So if you had an aha moment, I would love for you to share, what is it? Is it time? Is it scheduling? Is it taking responsibility? What's your next step? What's your next step that you need to start like really grabbing a hold of? And if there's somebody in your life that you need to say sorry to right now, or that you're going to be a better leader, then I'd recommend sharing this live with them. I really do. I'd write a little note and either text it to them or share it on Facebook and write a little note and just say, you know what, I'd love you to watch this and then message me back and tell me what stood out. And I think what you're going to find is the person you have friction with, or the person that you've had frustrating moments with, or the person that maybe you have undervalued will probably send you a message back in their own power of recognizing how they could have led things a lot more powerfully with you, just like hopefully you're having an aha moment about how you could have led things much more powerful with them. So here's to us being the great leaders that we are, taking full responsibility to create the results that we want. And then I'm just going to ask you right now, share this with that person so that you can grow together in this information. So I'm sending you so much love, so much admiration. Here's to having a really strong end of the year. What is your goal between now and Christmas, now and December, the end of December? What is your goal? Like, how do we know we created success, and who do you need to build into your business to do that? Go ahead and write that below in the comment section. So how do we know we've reached success for you? What result would you have in your business or in your life? Write the word result and then put that in. And then what do you need to build? Write the word build and then put that in. Is it a person? Is it a habit? What do you need to build? All right, you guys, sending you so much love. You know, I'm here every Thursday with Coach with Shanda. And so I hope that you find this valuable, and I hope that you share this live with the person that you love and adore, that you're committed to taking your relationship, your business relationship, or your personal relationship to the next level. Teams are built by great leaders, and you're a great leader. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.